Hi everyone, this is Crow the Sandler fan here, and today I'm going to do a movie review. Today's movie review is going to be on one of the greatest movies of all time, as well as one of the greatest movies Steven Spielberg has ever directed. And it also happens to be one of those movies that definitely need no introduction at all whatsoever. And that would be on the 1981 film, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So the plot for Raiders of the Lost Ark is, it's about this man named Dr. Henry Jones, also known as Indiana Jones, played by Harrison Ford, who works as a professor, or a teacher, at a university, and he has to go on a quest to find the treasure of the Lost Ark that's located far away in a desert inside a tomb. However, it's not going to be very easy as there's an evil group called the Nazis that are looking for the tomb as well. But then during Jones's quest, he meets this girl named Marion, played by Karen Allen, who doesn't really like Jones at first, but then she eventually later likes him. She eventually starts liking him later on in the movie, but then of course she gets captured by the Nazis, and now it's up to Indiana Jones to retrieve the Lost Ark before the Nazis can, as well as to rescue Marion, and that's basically what the plot is. My opinion on this movie, I gotta say, like everyone else in the whole world says, this movie definitely needs no introduction. It's one of those movies that we never get tired of watching, and even my dad loves this movie too. In fact, my dad really loves the Indiana Jones movies, as well as the Star Wars movies, since they're both created by George Lucas. And I myself like Raiders of the Lost Ark too. I thought the acting was pretty good. Harrison Ford did a spectacular job playing Indiana Jones. And Karen Allen did pretty good playing Marion. And Sean Rhys Davis is also in this movie too. He plays this guy that Indiana Jones befriends, which I forget his name, but Sean Rhys Davis did a good job participating in it. And all of the action scenes are really awesome, which is actually another reason why this movie is super popular, and it became a smash hit on the box office. And I agree with everyone else that all of the action scenes are pretty good. And pretty much the best scene in the entire movie is the car chase scene. In fact, that's actually my favorite action scene in the movie. You know, the car chase scene where Indiana Jones follows those Nazis on the cars. And Indiana Jones gets on one of those cars to stop to get that Lost Ark that the Nazis stole. That's a really great scene. Even my dad loves that scene too. And what's also really iconic about the movie is the theme song, the movie's theme song, of course, which is scored by none other than John Williams. In fact, John Williams is one of the greatest movie composers of all time. And the Indiana Jones theme song is really nostalgic because, well, it fits the movie as well because Indiana Jones is a real good adventurer, and when you listen to the theme song, it feels like that you want to go on a really big adventure. And I really like how the song sounds, and I like how because the song is that amazing and popular, that's pretty much referenced in other movies and TV shows. And the rest of the music was pretty good too. I gotta say, Sean Williams did a great job scoring it. A very big round of applause for him. And Steven Spielberg did a really great job directing it. And there were a lot of good action scenes. And the visual effects were pretty good too. And there's also an iconic scene from the movie which actually takes place at the beginning of the movie, where Indiana Jones where a boulder chases Indiana Jones. It's the scene where Indiana Jones runs as fast as he can while when that rolling boulder chases him. That's another iconic scene because I know for a fact that scene was actually referenced in Chicken Little, even though I'm not a fan of Chicken Little. But back to the topic here. Yeah, the scene of Indiana Jones getting chased by that boulder is a really iconic scene as well. And there's pretty much everything I like about this movie. Although, I only have one flaw, and that is, I didn't like the part where Indiana Jones and Marion both get tied up to that pole while the Nazis were opening up the Lost Ark, which actually turned out that the Ark melted all of their faces, which killed the Nazis. Honestly, Indiana Jones is a real hero, and he really didn't deserve to get tied up. I know it's just a movie and there's nothing really we can do about it, but that's just my own perspective. But therefore, there's nothing really else I could say about Indiana Jones. For my final rating of Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 stars. It's one of the greatest movies of all time, as well as one of the greatest movies Steven Spielberg has ever directed. So, I hope you all enjoyed listening to my review on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is me saying, peace out.